Phoenix Symphony is taking music out of the concert hall and bringing it to schools, hospitals, shelters, and more. It is part of their $60 million Crescendo campaign, which aims to enrich the community through musical excellence, innovation, and legacy. So joining me now, we have Pete Chomey, the president and CEO of the Phoenix Symphony, and principal violist Christopher McKay. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here today.
Great to be here.
Tell me what's going on here. $60 million, this is the goal, but you already have $10 million in the bank. Tell me what's going on.
That's exactly right. The Phoenix Symphony is one of the most important cultural assets of our city and state, and this new Crescendo campaign will help ensure that we're enriching more lives through music.
Yeah, what is it about music that you love so much?
Music really touches our hearts in ways that few other things can. And with our orchestra, more than half of those who participate in our programs are participating through programs outside the walls of Symphony Hall and other venues. So important.
So this was a campaign that was just launched 2 weeks ago. Tell me about what we're doing. We're looking for more money, more investments in the community and, of course, in the musical field here. That's
exactly right. Our musicians live and work here in our community, and this campaign helps to support their work and helps to expand our reach. The $60 million campaign goal includes $40 million for endowment and $20 million to strengthen and expand our programs.
Yeah, and Christopher, tell me about playing in the concert hall versus playing at a hospital, at a school, at hospice even.
That's a great question. What we do on stage, I mean, music, especially symphonic music, it stirs emotions. It enriches people's lives. It can also be a way of healing and catharsis. And we see that in the concert hall, but then also I was actually today, just before I arrived here, was at Lodestar and Circle the City playing a couple of outreach performances with a string quartet. And there was a gentleman sitting right in front of us and had his eyes closed and actually was weeping just for the moment of respite that I believe that music offered him. And that's what we're so passionate about, that we're humbled and honored that the musicians of the Phoenix Symphony can be conduits for this great art form to enrich people's lives in this city and in this state.
Yeah. Do you ever get emotional when you play? Happy,
Absolutely.
Sad, exhilarated?
Absolutely, 100%. The whole gamut of emotions.
Yeah, it must be interesting learning a new song and playing something that maybe you had heard before and then to actually play it. What is that like?
I have to say it's been a long time before I've played something that I heard a long time ago and finally played it, but that is exhilarating. But that's what's great about being a professional musician, because we just keep learning. Learning never stops, and that's a very exciting thing for us.
I'm a child of Phoenix. I grew up here in the Valley, so I remember visiting the Phoenix Symphony on field trips, etc. How much of inspiring our youth is part of this program?
That's really a central part of our mission, and working with young people in the schools, welcoming young people to the concert hall is really central to our mission and a big part of what we do in enriching lives in the community.
And we want people to know, I mean, you're in your 80th season. Talk about longevity.
Yeah, we're approaching our 80th season, and this campaign is so important to ensure that our community has a great orchestra not only today, but many years in the future.
Yeah. Christopher, do you have a favorite song you'd like to play?
Whatever composer I'm playing that day is my favorite composer.
I see.
I know it's a terrible answer, but
what did you play today for that man who was weeping?
That's a great question. Let me actually use yesterday as an example. Yesterday, the symphony was performing at Symphony Hall, and we were performing Verdi-Grofé's The Grand Canyon Suite, which it's a piece that we've all played many, many times. Yeah. There was a gentleman in the front row also weeping tears of joy. It turns out, I heard later, that he had flown in from Oregon to be at this concert because he loves that piece so much. And just seeing him with just so joyful really touched me. But again, it's humbling to know that we're the conduits for the music that touches people's lives.
Yeah, it sure is. So we got to keep it up, right? That's the purpose of this campaign.
Exactly right.
Anything else you want the folks to know?
So I'll just say one of the things that amazes me the most about our musicians is how versatile they are. It's classical music, and this weekend we'll be doing the Empire Strikes Back in concert and so much more.
So you need to visit the Phoenix Symphony as well. Congrats, gentlemen, on what you're doing. Coming up next, a celebration of sunflowers in the East Valley. We'll show you how you and your family can make some memories.